Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Mimi Show. How are you lovely people doing out there today? Make this a very special day for you. Hello, say what? Hello, Margie. Better known as low key. Are you like a really low key person? Say what? Oh, you are just making my day, low key. Yes. I got some good stuff today. Hopefully, Demon Dictator will be here. We're going to do a video on William and the comedian Levy. I forgot his first name, but Levy is his last name. He's a comedian, and he interviews William. So we have a few clips of that we're going to watch. And then we have some Tom Bauer stuff on Meghan and Harry. I think that's about it. This is like a silver. It's a silver, but you can get it. You can get any kind. I like Maybelline. Maybelline is really nice, but I got this right here. It looks like it's some type of off-brand, but I got it. Yeah, but let me just show you what color it is, because you can get it. You can get any kind. You can get any kind, any eyeshadow. But what you're looking for is this silver look. It's like white. I usually use the white and the green right here, this color. But yeah, I use this white color up there. Okay, so it's like a silver, white silver. I hope that helped. Thank you. I know I got it at CVS. Yeah, I got it at CVS the other day. I like it too. I do. I like the palette. I hope all of you are having a beautiful day. Yes. Say, what did you eat today and what did you eat? Since I can't really eat because I'm trying to lose weight, I have to live through other people. Like, what did they eat? You know how you can be self-conscious about something and like you can be self-conscious about something and then somebody will point that out about you and then you feel a certain kind of way because you already feel like you already got a thing about it. Let me give you an example. Okay, we'll pretend like this pinky goes like this, okay? And there's really nothing I can do about it. But if you walk up to somebody and they say, "Ugh, your finger is crooked," you don't feel good about it because you're already self-conscious about it. So it just sucks when people bring out some things that, you know, about your appearance and whatever. You guys get what I'm trying to say. Let's move on from that subject. What's up, Demon Dictator? I'm so glad to see you. Nothing much. I'm just turning on the air a little bit. I am proud to say that I am on day 4 of this diet. And we're going to lose it. Okay? We're going to lose it. Let's congratulate Demon Dictator on losing 15 pounds. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. It's honestly, I just put it in a ball and did like that. It's the same hair. I just kind of put it in a little style. Snowdrop. Yeah. I get bored with my hair sometimes. Like I get bored if I starts to look a certain way all the time. And then like I'm like, okay, I gotta switch it up. I don't know why that is about me. Congratulations, Demon Dictator. Love your hair. Thank you guys. I wasn't sure about it. I wasn't. That's why I was late. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do to this. Oh, I'm having a blessed day. Okay. A very blessed day. And I pray that we have the best life ever. Okay. I hope I'm entertaining you guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. You are more than welcome to add suggestions to the show. I know what we're going to start doing is incorporating William and Catherine in our lives, because I think we need to talk about them. And I thought about doing that a long time ago, but I just never got around to it. God is good. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for another day. I'm truly blessed. LOL, nothing yet. I am intermediate fasting after my trip up north. Oh, Lord, the cheese in Vermont is addicting. Spaghetti later, though. Oh, you're having spaghetti later? How is Vermont? Can you describe Vermont? Like what kind of town it is? What, is it country as, or is it like the city? I know. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, Margie, is if there's something on your body that you're not very happy with, this is just a hypothetical situation. And like if there was some things that you would like to change about yourself, that's not it. Just say I had a big mole right here on my hand. I don't want to say that. That's birth. That's your beauty mark. Say if I was missing a finger, okay, and it was bothering me and bothering me and bothering me and bothering me, and the way I lost it, it was tragic, whatever. And then you have someone bringing up that tragedy over and over again, trying to hurt you. Does that make sense? They'll try anyway, Margie. You know what I'm saying. Pringles. What's hot? Hey, what's the hot thing? Peyton. Houghton. Oh, that's the type of sour cream. Oh, so are you like dipping it and then eating the Pringle like that? Dipping it in the sour cream? Of course, Letitia, she wrote it for you. It says, clear as day, I'm eating Pringles with sour cream. We're good. Don't answer that question. Thank you. Oh my God. I'm just getting compliments after compliments. Maybe I'll do it again. Thank you. Exactly. It's people highlighting the flaws that you already have. Thank you, Demon Dictator. because I was not explaining that right. So basically, and you feel you're already insecure about the situation, and then you have some demon child come and start talking about it and bringing awareness. Sucks. No, that's Pringle flavor. Oh, okay, the sour cream Pringle chips. Okay, got it. We hear Snowdrop. Yes, when I had skin cancer, they had to take skin from around my eyes. So I have one lopsided eyebrow. So I am fixated on. Makes me self-conscious. Exactly. I know what you mean. And there's it's like you try not to be self-conscious about it. You try to just replace it and say, look, it is what it is, and move on, and adapt it as something. That's what I try to do. I try to say, you know what, it's beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. But you get it. You get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. You're self-conscious about something already. And then somebody walks up to you and says, what's wrong with your eye? I'm being rude. You don't even know me, and you're walking up to me asking me what's going on with my eye, what's going on with my finger. Yeah, people, it's just rude. All right. Okay, we're going to get started. We have done enough chit chat. Guys, those of you that the replay game and the people in the bushes, just so you know, it's fun in the chat. You should come do a live and chat with us. Just see how you feel about it. I know some of you are very quiet and in the bushes and really don't want to come out and say anything, but you'll be surprised how much fun you have just coming outside the bushes to play with us. Hello, Polo's Porch. Hello. Guys, I want to introduce you guys to Polo's Porch. She has her own channel, and yeah, I listen to her sometimes. I go over there and listen to her. It's good to see you. Thanks for visiting. Hello, Payne. You're welcome, Polo. I remember I pronounced your name incorrectly. Yes, Demon Dictator. And you know that we are easing out of this sector, okay? We're easing our way out of this sector. Now, I don't know if we're going to be back in the Mexican community. I don't know, because somebody sabotaged that for me. And people are probably not that more welcoming. And so, but we'll find our way, okay? We'll find our way. So we're going to get into it. We're going to there's this article that I saw today. This is trigger warning. And I want to just do this article first. And after the article, we're going to go into William and Catherine. And after William and Catherine, we're going to move on to Meghan and Harry. I got a few videos I want to show you guys of that. But anyway, this is going to be trigger warning. This is triggering. So I'm going to put up my sign to let you guys know that this is, if you're not comfortable with trigger warning information, you might want to turn it off. Okay? This is about a child. Oh, I would love to do a book club too. That sounds like fun. Get it started. Say what, and pick a book, and I may join you. Okay, so I was surfing the net and just kind of seeing what was going on. And I came across this article where this lady goes into the store. I'm gonna read it to you because I just don't want to just tell the story. I want to read it to you. So give me a sec. Okay, here it is. Okay. Woman stabs 3-year-old to death as he sat in shopping cart outside of Cleveland supermarket. Trigger warning, trigger warning. An Ohio woman has been convicted of the fatal stabbing of a 3-year-old boy who was sitting in a grocery trolley outside a supermarket in suburban Cleveland. Banaka Ellis, 34, from Cleveland, was found guilty on Wednesday following a week-long trial. She faces sentencing on 27th of October. The county common pleas judge, John Rosso, who will determine whether she receives life in prison with or without the possibility of parole. The verdict covers 9 criminal courts, including aggravated murder, felonies, assault, child endangerment, and aggravated theft stemming from the attack on the 3rd of June, 2024. The incident killed Julian Wood and left his mother injured. According to the officer of the county prosecutor, Michael C. Maley, Mrs. Ellis has been held on a $5 million bond since her incident last year. Authorities said Ellis entered the Giant Eagle grocery store in North Olmsted armed with 2 knives that she had stolen from the Volunteers of America thrift store next door. They said she spotted Julian and his mother, Margaret Wood, near the front and followed them into the parking lot. The mother was about to load her groceries into her vehicle when Ellis ran at them with a knife, stabbing the toddler twice in an attack that took less than 5 seconds. Before walking away, the boy died at a hospital while Margaret Wood was treated for a stab wound to her shoulder. Prosecutors said she suffered that injury as she tried to pull the boy out of the car during the attack. Jesus. Ellis defense attorneys had entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. Margaret Wood and Gerald Wood, the toddler's father, delivered a statement to reporters after the verdict, thanking the community for its support. Everybody that visited him, this is the note that the father left to everybody that was consoling him and being there for him and his wife. This is a devastating story. And if I'd rather do them in the beginning and at the end have something goofy we can laugh at. The Independent is everybody that visits him commented, sent love. We appreciate you guys so much. Maggot Wood said this was for him today, talking about her son. The Independent is the world's most free-thinking news brand, providing global news, commentary, and analysis for the independently minded. We had grown a huge global readership. What is this? Oh, okay. No, I don't know what they're saying about this. Let me show you the clip of her being sentenced. Okay, here it is. Before we watch it, there's a lot of mental health things going on in this monster, straight up monster, Polo, straight up monster. And I can't even imagine what the mom is going through. But I believe that people's mental health, not that there's any excuse for her behavior, that you just don't know what you're going to run into. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what's going to happen. And it's a scary, scary world out there. It really is. So be vigilant, be visible, be on the lookout. Always look at your surroundings. You know, you don't have to be in panic mode, but you do need to be on alert. And it's just so sad about the little boy and about his mother. But you could tell by looking at this woman that she didn't have it all. So here's the sentencing.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I've been told you have a verdict, and so I'll ask the foreperson to please provide the verdict to my bailiff. Thank you.
I believe she should get life. What do you guys think? I think when you kill an innocent child, this is an innocent baby, you need to go straight under the rockadoo. If not,
this time, we thank you for your, we know has been a cause. I will poll each of you just to, they duly find and impaneled as sworn jurors in this case, do find the defendant, Bianca Ellis, guilty of all charges. Those guilty charges also carry with it the furthermore
I think she should rot in prison too.
Commit
eye for
the
an
other
eye.
charge as requested with a finding of all 12 of you. So with that being said, juror number 1, is this your decision? Juror number 2, juror number 3, juror number 4, juror number 5, juror number 6. Defendant Bianca Ellis guilty of all charges. Those guilty charges also carry with it the furthermore that she did commit the other charge.
That's her right there. You see her? Let me see if let me blow it up a little bit so you guys can see what she looks like. That's her right there. It's a little dark, but that's her standing up with the braids in her hair. That's Bianca.
Requested with a finding of all 12 of you. So with that being said, juror number 1, is this your decision? Juror number 2, juror number 3, juror number 4, and juror number 12. And we'll have a moment to speak to you afterwards.
Now here's the sentencing. We're going to find out her fate. Is she going to spend the rest of her life in prison, which I think she should? Or will she just, whether she's life, what did they say, life? What was the choices? Oh, life without parole or just life. You get life or life without parole. Those are her choices.
I'll have counsel to sidebar to review the
So basically, what happens is if you are like a person like she is that has unalived a little baby, people don't in prison, people don't take kindly to people that go after little kids and hurt them. And once you go to prison, they find out what your sentence is, and you have unalived a little boy. You better watch your back in prison. You better watch your back. That's all I'm saying.
Everyone be seated. Thank you. You can be seated. All right. So at this time, having an opportunity to review the verdict forms, the court is going to set a sentencing date.
Oh,
I had asked the.
Okay, so she's not being sentenced today. Okay, she is not being sentenced today. This story touched my heart, and it's devastating. And it just touched my heart because kids are so innocent. Kids are they want to grow, live, and enjoy their little lives. And, they're just innocent. And as adults, it is our responsibility to make sure that they are safe. They look to us. The mother got stabbed trying to protect her baby, but she survived. She will still need to be protected in prison, as other prisoners will be after her. That I believe that too, Demon Dictator. We're going to move on from this story, a very sad story, but may the little boy rest in peace. And I pray for the mother and the family. Keep them in our prayers. Okay. Now we're going to move on to William. He did an interview with the comedian Levy. And I just think this is going to be a really
he's not prompt.
Because he's funny. Levy is funny. I like him. And so he's waiting on Prince William, and William is on his way. So let's see what happens.
Don't think.
Oh, you think because she ain't stepped out in a while?
I do know he's not prompt, and don't think I won't be bringing that up.
No music.
I'm very excited.
Oh. There he goes. Look at him riding on a scooter. My husband said he needs one of those. Look at that. Doesn't he look funny on that scooter? Hello, Demon Dictator. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
Did you see William on that scooter?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's flying around on the scooter. That's how he gets around. Windsor Castle on a scooter.
Does he do that all the time, or is that just something?
He does. Yeah, he does it all the time.
He looks so funny.
It looked like something out of what's it called? The kiddies films.
Right. Yeah.
I can't think of it now. The wizard ones. Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When you first see him, he looks like something out of Harry Potter.
Hello, Liz. Hello, Snowdrop. Hello, Diane. All right. So this is gonna be fun. Let's get back to William and Catherine. Like show
the real royals. The real one.
The real deal. The real deal. He just looks so funny.
We can't see it, by the way. It's not on the screen.
Oh, you can't see it? Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, let me put us down here. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that.
It looks like Harry Potter.
Ah,
Got no sound.
he's laughing too. I think it's music. So I
Oh,
kind of.
yeah.
Oh, I love the scooter. That did it for me. Oh, shoot. All right. I'm messing up, Snowdrop.
Demon
You're
Dictator.
off today, right? You're off for the rest of the
Yes, I am. Yesterday and today. 2 days off.
Okay, let's go to another video that you sent me. These are clips. Oh, look at there. Let's see if I can get the sound.
Oh my goodness! Look
Good
at
girl.
you.
Oh,
Good girl.
there's
Who's
it's
this?
a little puppet
Orla.
Yeah. Say hello.
It's a Papa Dude.
Oh my goodness! Look
Good
at
girl.
you.
Hello, Papa Dude.
Wow.
He's
So
a cutie patootie.
Dan, good girl. She thought there was a walk on, so she's now very, very excited about
Oh
it.
my!
Yeah. Good
Well,
girl.
look what
Good
I
dog.
got. Some dog treats
Ah, very nice.
for little Orla.
see if she likes them. She might take them off you. She might.
You think?
Try
Is this
it.
good? Is this good?
There's a chance she rejects them, so it's a 50-50 call. See what
Right.
happens.
Let me see.
My
Orla.
dog is picky when it comes to treats.
Oh, you like that? There you go.
Aww, he's so cute.
Oh my goodness!
This is going down well. Look, you're getting the look, which is like, please feed me.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
Cute.
Who's
It was
this?
Orla.
adorable.
Orla.
Yeah. Say hello.
Hi, honey.
Say hello. Yeah, good girl.
Oh my goodness! Look
Good
at
girl.
you. Wow. So sweet.
Dan. She thought there was a walk on, so she's now very, very excited about it.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well,
Girl.
look what I got. Some dog treats
Ah, very nice.
for little Orla.
see if she likes them. She might take them off you. She might.
You think?
Try
Is this
it.
good? Is this good?
There's a chance she rejects them, so it's a 50-50 call. See what
Right.
happens.
Let me see. Orla.
Oh, you like that? There you go.
Huh? Oh my goodness.
This is going down well. Look, you're getting the look, which is like, please feed me.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
That's his own dog. That's his own dog.
Hold on,
Who's
guys.
This is Orla.
Orla.
Yeah. Say hello.
Adorable.
Might have a little trigger warning on here because he's talking about the C word and his family, so he might get a little trigger warning.
Oh, the C
those
what's
of
the C word.
The cancer word.
Oh,
So for those of you who've been through it, this might be a little bit upsetting.
okay,
He's talking
guys. I'm gonna put the trigger on. Let's see, let me find it.
He's talking about his kids and his dad, so it might just be a little bit. It's not a massive thing, but just in case.
Okay, yeah, I'll flash it up there every now and then. I'll put it up there for now. And so basically, guys, we're gonna watch some of this video, okay, with him and Levy. And let's just get this is like our first time really getting a glimpse into William after Harry went on the Oprah show, you know?
Yeah, this is a very sweet interview. This is really sweet.
Not that he hasn't done interviews, you know, this is not his first interview since that, but this is my first one watching of him after, you know, Meghan called them racist and went in the spare book and tore him down, went on Netflix and tore him down. I mean, just to me, this is the first.
Yeah. She went on everything and tore them down.
Snowdrop says that William has a lot of Diana's mannerisms.
Yeah, he does. He's got that very coy look in his eyes and very shy.
Oh, okay.
He has a lot of her
I
mannerisms.
see it now. I do. Because she's, she used to like hover over like herself. Like,
yeah, she's very shy and sort of very timid. And he was that very coy look.
Sure about, yeah.
He has the same.
I like that. I mean, I like that he, he has some little features of his mother. All right, here we go.
The family man, the future king. How will Prince William do both? He opens up to actor Eugene Levy on how he plans to reign during an intimate chat in winter.
That's the bit that excites me, is the idea of being able to bring some change. Not
the health issues that the family have had over the last year or so. It is incredibly.
Harry and I had to grow up in, and I will do everything I can to.
7, 8, 9 times?
Change for good, he's saying. That's about positivity, because I think there is a little bit of.
I'm trying to find a little bit of the interview that we can.
Oh, did I not give you something else?
You did. You gave me those 2 clips.
But,
yeah, that was it. But I can go up here and look for something really.
Yeah, look for the interview. Yeah, I thought that was in it. Oh, I've given you the wrong one.
Okay, that one, they're talking too much. He's on there discussing it.
What did I put in the Discord? Hold on.
You know what? I'm not really getting any of the interview. Let me see.
Yeah.
Have it.
There's little clips.
Yeah, it's just clip here, clip there.
I'll see if I can find the main bit.
Finley twins got it.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, we're gonna watch it on the Finley twins.
Watching, you have enough money.
And then we're going to give her a thumbs up. Thank you, Silly Twins.
Nervous.
I'd be nervous.
And he says he's nervous.
Yeah.
Like he expresses that. So
I would be nervous. Look at this. Look at William.
Eugene, good morning.
Eugene.
Your Royal Highness.
Her Royal Highness.
This is not what I was expecting.
Me
this is your
neither.
mode of transportation.
It is right here.
On the grounds?
Yeah.
I have a very low threshold for adventure, so I've actually never been on one of these.
It gets around quite nicely around here. It's quite fun. Good girl.
Who's this?
This is Orla.
Orla.
Yeah.
Say hello,
Orla.
honey. Say hello.
Yeah, good girl.
Oh my
Say hello.
goodness, look
Good
at
girl.
you. Wow. So sweet.
Down. Good girl. She thought that was a walk-on, so she's now very overexcited about it.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Good
Well,
excited.
girl.
look what I
So as we're playing this again, I just want to say, from what I saw at the beginning when.
It's for the people that didn't watch yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we all saw this, but I saw. He goes. Only a narcissist. Like only a narcissist.
It's like Eugene. That's what he meant.
Doesn't quite well at that, but I do try and stick to school timetables as best as possible. So most days we're in and out of school doing pickups and drop-offs, getting the balance of work and family life right is really important. Because for me, the most important thing in my life is family, and everything is about the future. And about if you don't start the children off now with a happy, healthy, stable home, I feel you're setting them up for a bit of a hard time and a fall. So we can look after our families and look after our children in a way that we feel is best for their future.
that importance of kind of having a relatively normal home life, I think, started with you and your mother as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really important that that atmosphere is created at home. You have to have that warmth, that feeling of safety, security, love. That all has to be there. And that was certainly part of my childhood. I mean, my parents got divorced at 8, so, you know, that lasted a short period of time.
Wow, he went there. I mean, they didn't really divorce. I mean, they separated. But he went. He said when they did.
This whole interview is
so honest.
This whole interview.
Fine, but you take that and you learn from it, and you try and make sure you don't do the same mistakes as your parents.
Say it.
I think we all
say
try
it,
and do
William.
Wow, he didn't just blame his dad. Interesting.
He didn't.
Interesting.
that. I just want to do what's best for my children, but I know that the drama and the stress when you're small really affects you when you're older.
Oh my.
This is the King's drawing room.
Look at you,
It's still very similar to what it was many years ago. Obviously, some things have changed and been refurbished and renovated, but it's kept in very good nick. But I thought this is quite a good spot to come and look at, because from out here you see the grounds much better, and also out there you've got Eton College, so that's where I went to school.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Oh, see, that's why the Queen wanted to be close to him too. That's why she spent most of her time.
He
there.
would come and visit her all the time, and he would have tea, and they would have these long conversations.
Yeah,
just sort of check in, see how she was doing, have a chat about family stuff, bit of work stuff, maybe sometimes about what was going on. Mostly just to tell stories, really, about what I was up to.
And you had a great relationship.
Yeah, I had a good relationship. My grandparents were of a different generation. I think when we were younger, it was harder to have that very close relationship because it was quite formal.
Honest.
But as they got older and I got older, it got warmer and warmer.
Thank
I
you.
definitely think
He's being so honest. Like, Harry wants us to believe that the only person the Queen ever trusted was him.
Mm-hmm.
I could.
Christ. Harry, lunatic. Jesus Christ.
Very much so. This interview is so different from Harry's. It is so different. I am engaged with William. He makes you want to know more. He has me wanting to hear what else he has to say.
Yeah.
Instead of you know what I'm saying?
And this is what authentic is. This to me is authentic, what Prince William's doing. Not what Harry and Meghan, be my authentic self. This is what authenticity is to me. Here, he's been real, he's been honest, mature, grown up. He understood the situations from both sides. As you get older, you understand that the world is not perfect, and his mum and dad split, fine, and he's dealt with it and he's moved on and he's grown. Whereas Harry is stuck somewhere being a fool.
Yes, he is, because this last big interview was the BBC one, and all he did was sat there and try to blame everything on his family, his father. It was really weird. I think the biggest thing in that BBC interview is when Harry said that it was going to be King Charles's fault if something happens to his wife.
If they die,
you married her. You married her. You're responsible for her. Your father is not responsible for your wife. That is just so weird to me that he would take it there as if his father owes him something.
Well, that's his mentality. He's a child. He's a man-child. He's never grown past 11.
And he feels entitled to it because he knows it's almost like, I'm a prince in a sense, and I'm supposed to have these things. I'm supposed to have security because I'm a prince. Yeah. And yes, in a sense you are, but you decided to hit the road, Jack.
Exactly. You left your job. You don't get your perks if you leave. And it was explained to him many times, if you leave, you're going to lose it all. And he went, I don't care. I'm going to go.
Yep. To make some jam.
I
and the garbage that she spun in that documentary saying that people they don't hug. They don't hug. They're not warm people.
Not warm.
He's being honest. The generation is different. You think my grandma's generation is the same as my mom? Okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. It's going to be very quick. My mom the other day goes, I would stop using Instacart if I were you. And I said, why? And she goes, because my generation got up, went to the store, bought it with our own money, and didn't have delivery fees.
What's wrong
That's
with
a
delivery?
different generation. I said, Mom, that's your generation. I know, but it worked. And I own all this.
Twins. What's wrong with the delivery? Anyway, my mom told me stories, you know, and I remember being young and I wanted to know, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to bring the conversation down. Yeah, we're going to skip that comment.
The caffeine's kicked in.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out a way to figure out this story without it being negative. Yeah, so let's let it go. Hello, Scorpion. Okay, and they're right. Our times are different. We're living in all different times.
Yeah,
that's what I was really going to say. Just tell a story about my mom's childhood, but. You know, with her, like she was telling me that they were being bussed out at school. She was in school. They would be bussed out to integrate with the white kids. This was when, because remember back in the day, there was blacks would go to this school, whites would go to that school.
Yeah, segregation. Yeah,
they were trying to integrate us together. Okay.
Yeah.
And my mom said it was something, you know, for that to happen. They were busing them. But she said she recalls when she was in high school and just growing up that she had the hand-me-down books. Like hand-me-down books, the books that they didn't want, they would give them to her school. And so things have changed.
Yeah.
I remember McDonald's hamburger was, you know,
real,
free, practically free.
It was real meat, not the plastic one they have now.
They didn't rediscovered. But yes, things have changed, and then like just me and my husband and my little one. You know what she's learning in school it blows my mind. I'm like, you're only 5 years old. They're teaching you all of this stuff. Like she's counting up to 30, and you know, it's just
That's clever girl.
Yeah, that's what they're teaching her. I'm like, wow, they're changing the curriculum. That's for sure. Okay, let's continue.
Property now. It's like it's just a different generation, but my mom is not hard on us. She just says it, and then
but with grandma it was a different generation. But you have to teach your kids to respect the old traditions and the new. And like with grandma, you call your grandma when you wake up. You call your grandma to say goodnight. You give her a kiss. You hug her. You visit her. That's what you do.
There's no judgment. Just because your mom goes, don't use Instacart, and it's like, I love you, but it's just a different.
I'm not going to write a book about it.
I love the twins.
They are cute.
More in their sort of 80s, when they sort of relaxed a little bit. My grandfather was incredibly amusing. Sometimes not deliberately, sometimes by accident.
Okay.
But we had a lot of laughs, and he had a great sense of humor, as did my grandmother as well, actually. But my grandfather definitely was the one who would create quite a few laughs. And it was, it was happy times. There was always a warmness. There was always a laughter. There was always...
I love William.
And my grandparents loved having the family around them. So we were always...
Oh, my goodness.
This is a very different story than what Whinge Bucket Harry says, honestly.
It's a total different story from Dingbat's story. And you can tell his story is true and authentic. It's not made up and manipulated and, into, I didn't have a good childhood and everything wasn't great. And, William doesn't want to be there. He wants to break out like he's in some type of dungeon.
That's it. See, William's talking about a normal family. We used to all come around together. I used to come and have cups of tea with my grandmother. She just so happened to be the queen, but she was his grandmother. And they love having their family around, their grandchildren around. Guess what? Behind the scenes, they were just a normal family, loving, caring family.
Right. Trying to make it, being a family, being a family.
Handing down their generational knowledge, making sure that, all the past is handed down to the next generation, but allowing the next generation to do their own thing. It's lovely to hear. It's lovely to hear what William's saying. It really is. After the crap.
It really is. I am
crapola.
Yeah.
The crapola the other two have been spewing.
The crapola. Yeah. It's just negative. It's a negative camp in Montecito. They have nothing good to say about anything other than pat themselves on the back and starts talking about their endeavors and how great they are, because that's what Meghan does 24/7 all day long. She sits and she talks about how great she is, and then what new name we're going to call her: entrepreneur, humanitarian, CEO. What name do you want, Meghan? It sounds like you got a lot of them. But I believe she bought some of them names, like the humanitarian. You bought that.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
Encouraged to turn up and be around.
Could you make them laugh too?
Oh yes, you had to be careful about your timing and who it was about. So you had to pick and choose your moments to make them laugh.
Now that's an audience I'd be nervous playing to. But as a grandparent myself, it's the laughs I want my grandson to remember me by.
Miss your grandmother?
I do actually, yeah, I do miss my grandmother and my grandfather. Yeah, it's been quite a bit of change. So you do sort of, you think about them not being here anymore.
Yes.
And particularly being in Windsor, for me, Windsor is her. So she loved it here. She spent most of her time here. Showing you around today is very much the case. I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it the way she'd want you to see it. She had her horses here as well. You can imagine it was a big deal for her.
He's thinking about his grandmother right now. He says, I am treating you how my grandmother would treat you. I'm trying to make sure that I would live up to that expectations. I mean, he is such a king.
Yeah, he is.
When she was sick, what did they do? They moved.
In terms of a bucket list,
I guess as a sporting bucket list, I'd like Aston Villa to win the European Championship.
Oh,
yeah, that would be very high up there.
Wow. Well, that is
call in, Levy.
Something I would love to see myself. And I'm not really a footballer, but I don't really have a favorite team. But I would say right now, I mean, getting to know you somewhat, that Aston Villa might be the team that I would start rooting for.
Brilliant. I think that's the catch line. We'll keep that. Perfect. Converted. New fan.
Honestly,
that's good as you.
I will keep my eye open for Aston Villa. Trent is in remission now.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so this is the part where he talks about Catherine. It's very quick about how she.
Okay, let me put it up. Hello, Mary.
It's not bad, but just in case.
They're going to talk about Catherine's illness and King Charles's illness. Okay, let's go.
She's in remission and how the children obviously took it, but I got it off a.
Oh. Yeah, that would be very high up.
He's so sweet and nervous and cute.
He's so nervous.
Oh God. He is so
my
type.
They can tell he's so
he's Canadian.
He's just my type.
Honestly,
that's good as you.
I will keep my eye open for Aston Villa. Trent is in remission now.
Yes.
Yes, which is wonderful.
It's great news. Exactly.
How did that affect the children, if I may ask?
Everyone has their own coping mechanisms for these sorts of things, and children are constantly learning and adapting. We try to make sure we give them the security and the safety that they need. And we're a very open family, so we talk about things that bother us and things that trouble us. But you never quite know the knock-on effects it can have. And so it's just important to be there for each other and to kind of reassure the children that everything's
in remission.
Hey, let's put some hearts in the chat for Mary Taylor for coming out of the bushes to hang out with us. Thank you, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Yes, which is wonderful.
It's great news. Exactly.
How did that affect
We're gonna play this one more time. Sorry, guys.
Here, this is where it stops. Here, it's about his dad.
First of all,
yeah, things are good. Everything's progressing in the right way, which is all good news. But it's it's been, I'd say 2024 was the hardest year I've ever had.
Wow.
Trying to sort of balance protecting the children, Catherine. My father needs a bit of protection, but he's old enough to do that himself as well. But it's important my family feel protected. And
while you were dealing with all that, the Montecito people were over here. No, they weren't doing nothing too much last year, were they? Demon Dictator? They had already done all the dirt.
They'd already done it. But he's still sitting on the BBC saying my dad's trying to kill me, so that's bad enough. But I said this, you know what? I said this at Easter. I was having an Easter dinner with my friend, and a lot of her family were there. We would talk about William and Catherine and all this. And I said this on your show at the time. This is the bit that I found so hard about Harry. Forget Meghan, because she's a monster.
Right.
But Harry, where how can you sit there and know that your father has cancer and your brother is over there and your father's got cancer, his wife has cancer, he's taking over to be king, which is he's been training for his whole life, and he's training up to be king. He's been told his father's got cancer, he's now going to be king, and then a couple of weeks later he finds out his wife's got cancer, and he's looking to the future and he doesn't know what his future is going to be. Is he going to be a single father with 3 little children?
Ooh,
if his wife is going to be okay? He didn't, for the first time in Prince William's life, he did not know what his future was going to be. His grandparents were gone, his mum's gone, his father, fingers crossed he's going to be around for a bit longer, but his father, it is what it is, and maybe he's going to lose his wife too. And I couldn't fathom how Prince Harry sat there knowing that his brother was going through all of this, and he couldn't go, do you know what, I'm going to let this all go, I'm going to put it all aside, I'm going to come over and I'm going to work it out, and I'm going to be by your side because you're my brother.
Oh, hell no.
Help you. And he didn't do it. Instead, he just carried on with his grenades, throwing grenades in his stupid whinge fest. Me. And that's what I find the hardest thing, because when it's your family, even if you fight with each other and I don't speak to you, the minute it gets hard, you come together and you put it aside.
Yes, you do.
And that's what this is the bit with Harry, how when you hear William talking about it now, and you see the stress and the pressure he must have been under that time, and how Harry just deserted his brother in his time of need. The lowest of the low to me, just the lowest of the low type of person Harry is.
Yeah, he really did his brother wrong.
He did all of them wrong, but mostly his brother, because that's his blood. That's his.
Right. He wouldn't think that his brother would betray him.
Yeah. He hurt his whole family, his dad, but his brother in his time of need, and he sat and watched his brother in his time of need, and he just didn't, nothing inside of him said, I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to come home. No, it's wrong. That's wrong to me.
Oh yeah, no, he ain't coming home. Yeah.
That hurts me. That hurts me for William. Do you know, that hurts my heart on William's behalf that he did that to his brother.
Yeah. That's the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah.
Is to, go against someone you've lived your whole life with, someone you know very well, someone that you shared memories with, that you had a bond with each other that was unstoppable.
Once upon a time, they were best friends. Once upon a time, they were best friends. They were brothers, best friends. They grew up together.
That would, I got your back, you got my back, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And instead,
it hurts me. It hurts my heart on behalf of William that what Harry's done to him. It really does.
Yeah, and then to put the cherry on the top, Harry just thinking about himself.
Yeah.
And because you can tell they're thinking about themselves because they always say I, me, and it's all about what's going on with my stuff.
Yeah. Harry's had it hard no matter what everyone else is going through. Harry's having it harder. Harry's having a worse life. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah. He's going through hell. Harry, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He ain't happy. He knows that he cannot make this woman that he's with happy. She's never satisfied.
He can't even make himself happy, never mind her.
Oh, okay.
Have the space to kind of process a lot of the stuff that's gone on last year. And that was tricky, trying to do that and keep doing the job. But, we all have challenges that come our way, and it's important to kind of keep going. So, I enjoy my job, but sometimes there are aspects of it, such as the media, the speculation, the scrutiny, that make it a little bit harder than other jobs. And it's just making sure that doesn't overtake and intrude into areas at times when you just want a bit of space and a bit of peace.
You're unable to just say time out.
Right.
And I think it's also important because if you're not careful, you can intrude so much into someone's life that actually you start unpicking everything. And growing up, I saw that with my parents, is that the media was so insatiable back then. It's hard to think of it now, but they were much more insatiable. And they wanted every bit of detail they could absorb. And they were in everything, literally everywhere. They would know things, they'd be everywhere.
No, according to
my mom bought all the magazines.
According to Harry and Meghan, they're just as bad now.
No.
And if you let that creep in, the damage it can do to your family life is something that I vowed would never happen to my family. And so I take a very strong line about where I think that line is, and those who overstep it, I'll fight against.
Wow. Yes.
I understand in my role, there is interest. You have to work with the media, they're all there. So you have to have a grown-up sort of situation with it as well. And it's about knowing where the line is and what you're willing to sort of...
He's talking about the frivolous lawsuits that Harry is doing right now that are doing nothing.
That's a message.
He's saying, when I need to, I will freaking fight for my family.
No, he's fighting now, man.
Exactly.
That's
but I'm saying
message.
What
did he say? Can you imagine, like, Oprah watching this? Eugene Levy was able to get more truth and honesty out of Prince.
And it's about knowing where the line is and what you're willing to sort of...
He's talking about the frivolous law.
I know. This. Then she was able to get she got 3 hours worth of live.
Shame on you, Oprah.
That is caveated with, I hope we don't go back to some of the practices in the past that, Harry and I had to grow up in.
See?
And I'll do everything I can to make sure we don't regress in that situation.
Are you up?
It is so interesting to me that he would even mention his brother. Honestly, he hasn't been in his life for years, and there's definitely a disconnect. So my question is, not even a question, but it just goes to show you that he loves his brother, but he's misunderstood. Harry's on another level. But for William to bring him up in this conversation, I think that speaks volumes.
Yeah, I think he's acknowledging that what they both went through as children and what they saw in the press. He's acknowledging that they both went through hard times, but he's doing it intelligently and not just a whinge fest like Harry and destroyed my life.
Right. It's over. Yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Optimistic?
I am optimistic. I'm generally a very optimistic person, especially when I'm with someone like you. Life is sent to test us as well, and it definitely can be challenging at times. And being able to overcome that is what makes us who we are. I'm so proud of my wife and my father for how they've handled all of last
Adversity.
year, my children have managed brilliantly as well.
Well, I'm hoping every other prince I run into is as nice, open, and human as you. Is it possible to get a
We
selfie?
can do a selfie.
That would be great.
Oh, this is a
Because
selfie.
nobody,
They're gonna do a selfie.
and I mean this, will believe the story about today.
Unless it's on
me, so
He's
I
got
will
to
need
get
some
proof.
Okay, let's see.
Bring the receipts, Labby.
Oh, all right. Now keep it up, of course, because height is better. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3.
Oh, I love it.
That's so great. So then this dude interviews him, and of course, like everybody's gonna ask
the Meghan and Harry question. And this guy's gonna try to get Eugene. It's a gotcha question. We're gonna ask about Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, and
even though
that's Chris Ship.
Shop?
He is very pro Harry and Meghan.
Oh shit.
Ship.
Example about Harry and Meghan. Did you find that was just something you just didn't want to go near?
I was not told that I couldn't ask anything, but it wasn't really up to me to.
How do you not ask hello? I would have had a list. I would have been conservative about it, but I still would have had a list. Do you miss your brother?
Because Prince William would have just walked away. You would have lost the interview then.
You think so? Yeah, it would have went sour.
That's not what that's not what the interview was. He would have just walked away.
Exactly.
Get into that. I had no interest in asking him about that because it was, very delicate issue, and certainly not up to me to get into it. I think there were other things that I could lead the conversation to that might be interesting for him, and interesting for the for the world to hear, but.
Greatest answer ever.
He is so great.
Greatest answer ever. And we also wanted to. Oh, actually, I was going to put up the. Actually, I was going to do that.
She's a sick bitch.
So that's how I feel when I saw that. Like Sauvignon Blanc debacle.
Sick bitch.
They suck.
How dare you?
Oh, I love
bitch.
I'm sorry.
How dare you?
She's a sick bitch.
Again, you should always have this
Flip
Sauvignon Blanc debacle.
Sick bitch.
They suck.
How dare you?
She's a sick bitch.
They suck.
How dare you?
She's a sick bitch.
That's how I feel when I saw that.
Wow.
Like all three.
They suck.
How dare you?
She's a sick bitch.
They suck.
How dare you?
She's a sick bitch.
So that's how I feel
when
I saw that.
Interview.
Like all three of those guys came to my
Prince
mind.
William is so much more diplomatic than we are.
There's a little
Yeah,
more.
we're Americans.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, oh my god.
And I think
That's why this is like
isn't it?
hitting America.
Yeah, that's it.
To worlds in which I want to create a world in which my son is proud of what we do. A
Oh,
world and a job that
I know.
actually does impact people's lives for the better.
So see, it won't play the whole thing.
Yeah, we get it, dude. You tried.
No, there's more.
No, I'm just saying.
Who's
In a
missing?
pub in Windsor. The way he says, he goes, "Come on,
Yeah.
Eugene, do you
Harry
want a
and
drink?"
Meghan.
I know.
I mean, his voice is so sad.
Where's
How would he
they
say
from?
my name? I don't know. Oh gosh.
Sounds like the monarchy will be shifting in a slightly different direction.
I think it's safe to say that change is on my agenda.
Wow.
Change for good.
ooh,
I embrace that. I enjoy that change. I don't fear it. That's the bit that excites me, is the idea of being able to bring some change.
Wow.
Not overly radical change, but change
Yay.
that needs to happen.
He's gonna redo it. He's gonna do a redo And he's also going to have to handle Meghan and Harry. That's going to be a thorn and a problem for him, isn't it, Demon Dictator? Why ask about Harry? It's not about him. Henry is bald and irrelevant, says no. Debbie says, let's see, gossip about H&M or chat with the future king about more intelligent matters.
It's right. Exactly.
Oh, where she says we're funny. Polo. Okay.
That was wonderful. That was lovely.
It was really like moving and warm. I was he just sounds like a future king. He sounds like he's gonna, hit the ground running and making some wonderful changes.
Yeah.
Probably needed change. And
Prince William, interrupted you, sorry.
No.
And just that one interview, and we didn't even see the whole interview, we just saw little clips, how he can just dismiss all the crapola that Harry and Meghan have been spewing, the hatred and my family don't cuddle when they're cold and all this crap that they've been spewing for years, and Prince William like that can just prove it all wrong.
Exactly. He did. He did do that. He on the interview, he debunked everything that they said on the Oprah show. He debunked everything on the Netflix show. He tore that book apart and in one interview.
Yep.
He sure did. He let them know that we're doing good over here. We're doing just fine without Harry and Meghan. As a matter of fact, we're doing better since they ain't here.
Yeah. And that's what authenticity looks like. Thank you, Prince William. That's what authenticity looks like.
Yes.
Not banana girl in a red bloody yellow dress talking about authenticity. Banana girl.
Debbie, what do you mean? Why would you think the monarch would go somewhere? What could actually happen to the monarchy?
The UK, no, it's not the monarchy, it's the country. Our country, UK, is a mess right now.
Oh, the United States is too.
It's a mess. That's I'm not putting words in Debbie's mouth, but that's what I think she's meaning. It's a mess.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's going all around the world, and the United States is not being an example. This isn't good. People coming in your house, taking you out of your bed, zip tying your kids. It's unbelievable what is going on over here. I believe he's trying to build a little army.
We got the same. It's not even safe to walk down the streets. You've got these crazy people around. It's horrible.
Every day when I drop off, I'm like, I look at her and I drive off and I just said, it's hard to let go, And so it takes me every morning, it takes me a few minutes. She's okay. She's in school. They're going to take care of your baby. But
she's all safe and sound in there. Don't worry about that.
She's all snuggled up. Yes. Okay, let's see what else here.
We don't want radical change.
He loves tradition.
Sorry, every now and then, I slip up and I may say something about my daughter, but I'll keep reminding myself,
Don't worry. No problem.
Like us.
Yeah, I think stuff to do with family overwhelms me quite a bit.
What?
Worry or stress around family side of things, that does overwhelm me quite a bit. But in terms of, doing the job and things like that, I don't feel too overwhelmed by that.
Palace sources have reportedly described William's interview as the most open he's ever been. And the sexiest.
Harry is
speaking to ITV News. Levy said the prince made him feel at ease.
Oh, there you go on that
And
bike.
described him as down to earth throughout their time together. Oh.
I was taken aback by how at ease.
All right, guys, that was awesome. I enjoyed every bit of it. I want to move over to Tom Bauer's.
Yeah, let's see Tom Bauer.
Yeah,
savage them, kick their asses. Harry and Meghan's
asses. We're gonna move on to that. Let me see. I think this is it. Okay. 1 second. Okay.
Prince William is handsome though. As he gets finer as he gets older. He's a handsome guy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, catching up from earlier. Harry needs to grow up and realize he would have lost his security regardless, just as Princess Anne and Prince Edward have. They only get security when on engagements, says Liz. And welcome to the chat, Liz.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to watch Tom Bauer go in, okay? Do his thing. Now, we already know he's got a book coming out soon, so I'm excited about the book.
He did Revenge, so he's got a second book. He did Revenge in the first.
Okay, here we go.
Kinsey Schofield's here. Welcome to Crown and Conflict, the series dedicated to dissecting the most riveting royal scandals in history. This week, I'm joined by Tom Bauer, author of Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, the defining book on Meghan Markle's very brief history as a working royal. Revenge is a forensic assessment of Meghan's character and her ruthless ambition, cementing Bauer's reputation as one of today's leading investigative biographers. Before we get into it, Tom, ludicrous headlines over the weekend suggesting Prince Harry could somehow worm his way back into the fold. It seems like Sussex PR is in overdrive lately. Are you seeing that too, or do you feel that way?
Well, I do think that Sussex overdrive is unbelievable. But I mean, I don't think that he is going to get back in. I mean, I think that there are two reasons. One is I think that William wouldn't allow it. And secondly, the moment he got back to America, he immediately promoted Disney and his trip to Disney World, which showed that he is very commercially minded, which we'll get into later on, which makes it impossible for him. And of course, Meghan wouldn't come back to Britain. So I think it's always the same. He wants his cake and eat it.
Isn't that the truth? All right, so Revenge was released in July of 2022. Since then, based on polling and media coverage, how would you describe the trajectory of Harry and Meghan's reputations professionally and personally? It feels like they've taken quite a bit of a dive.
Yeah, I think professionally they've gone down dramatically. And I predicted it in the book, but even I would not have thought it'd be that accelerated. I think personally, I think they've separated their professional lives, but I think what's really a great problem for them now, as of the last few weeks, is that Meghan has got no real income anymore. She's finished.
Right.
Netflix series is over. There's no great pod.
Well, there it is right there. Tom Bauer has laid the groundwork. He has let us know that there is no more income. There's no
money run dry.
It's just streaming out. What'd you say, Demon Dictator?
No, I said the money's run dry. That's it.
It's running dry. So
panic stations.
The well is dry.
That's
why she was asking Jeff Bezos for to launch her products. Recently, she was asking Jeff Bezos for she actually was stalking him. She was told the security to let her know when he came down in the lobby of the hotel so she could accidentally run into him and ask him about launching her products.
That's why she's running around the world. Paris, New York, Washington. She's running everywhere. Quick.
But why do you have to do that? Why are you doing that as if you're auditioning for these people?
Because she needs a job. She needs a new income. She's panicking. She's running all around the world, everywhere. Somebody give me a job. Somebody make something stick, whatever.
Okay.
Panic stations now.
The money, and I don't see where she is going from here. I think she has a major problem.
She
And
does.
I think as of
I do too.
this week, the signal for her
She's got a major problem.
Yep.
big problem is that she turned up at Kevin Costner's party for the emergency workers.
Which she
in
skipped
California.
last year. She skipped that last year. That's a great
She
point.
skipped
That
it
she
last year, and that was very critical because at that moment last year, she was about to promote her Netflix series and didn't want to, firstly, be seen with Harry, and secondly, didn't want to go somewhere where she'd appear cheap and give it gratis. And this year, she is desperate to be seen.
Yeah.
And that's why she turned up. So I think she has a major problem, financially and professionally. And I think that Harry has a problem because he's lost his charity centre Bailey in Africa. He's better up, and all these commercial deals are declining. I think that his reputation is somewhat toxic, and I think Invictus is his only lifeline, and there'll be problems with that too.
I mean, we've seen people leaving Invictus recently. Important, I think you mentioned the Disney special. Does the Disney special at all look to you like an influencer pivot? Because that's what I was like, oh my God, oh no. I mean, they're spokespeople.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, the moment they went there and allowed themselves to be photographed, and I thought, well, how much have they been paid for
From
this?
Netflix?
And quite clearly, they've been paid to promote it this week too. It'll work in the sense that I think it's Disney today and some sort of butter spread tomorrow. I mean, that's the trajectory they're on, but they're going to have to earn some money.
That's true. Did anything make the cutting room floor when it came to revenge simply due to space? I know that publishers love chopping up well-researched books, without any hesitation about like you're sitting there going, no, this is so important. But sometimes it's just about shrinking a book down.
I mean, you've got to remember it was a pathfinder, the book, and even the publishers couldn't quite believe some of the things which I discovered. And one of the big things at that time was sensitivity reading. There was a great fear that she would play the race card. And so, for example, there were great arguments about whether you could call her strong-willed or not, because she at the time was playing herself as a black woman, and black women, if they're strong-willed, that's seen to be a stereotype. I think that would now not occur. I think there were various things about her sexual life which I dropped out on the grounds of privacy laws in Britain.
Oh my God, I have got to get you intoxicated, Tom Bauer. I would love to hear those stories.
Yeah. I think I've forgotten them.
Oh no! Then apparently they weren't that good.
They were very good.
Oh no!
I mean, the privacy laws are pretty strong here, and that's what she used as a weapon at the time. So there were quite a few things about her personal life. I'll work them into another book.
What did he say? What happened?
Take Lizzie's comment off.
Okay.
Take Lizzie's. She was saying about he found stories about her private life, and Kinsey said, "Were they interesting?" He said, "Yes, they were, but due to privity laws, he couldn't put them in the book." And she said, "I'll have to get you drunk." And he said, "Oh, I may have forgotten them," but he said, "Maybe I'll put them in to another book." So he's talking about her sexual experiences, and he said they were very, very interesting.
Wow. Okay. Tom Bauer.
Just rewind and you can listen to it again. He's saying there's some very interesting things going on.
As a black woman, and black women, if they're strong-willed, that's seen to be reading. There was a great fear that she would play the race card. And so, for example, there were great arguments about whether you could call her strong-willed or not, because she at the time was playing herself as a black woman, and black women, if they're strong-willed, that's seen to be a stereotype. I think that would now not occur. I think there were various things about her sexual life which I dropped out on the grounds of privacy laws in Britain.
Oh my God, I have got to get you intoxicated, Tom Bauer. I would love to hear those stories.
Okay.
I think I've forgotten them.
Oh no! Then apparently they weren't that good.
They were very good.
Oh no!
I mean, the privacy laws are pretty strong here, and that's what she used as a weapon at the time. So there were quite a few things about her personal life.
Yeah,
I'll work them into
get
another
in there to get it.
Oh my goodness, Tom Bauer. I love that deep tease right there. That's something that we can look forward to. What did you think? Because in your book, Spare, you talk about how Earl Spencer was concerned about how this marriage might be trouble. And you say, at William's request, Earl Spencer weighed in. He went to Prince Harry and said, you should reconsider this, pump the brakes. His advice provoked a bitter reaction, you say. Well, later we find out that Prince Harry, since moving to the United States, approached Earl Spencer to ask permission to legally change his family's name. What was your response to that Harry would want to take the Spencer last name? And does it surprise you that Earl Spencer said, I don't advise it?
Well, the answer is, unfortunately, that was one of the revelations, or many revelations, in my forthcoming book, which I had and heard about this months and months ago. It was actually when they were at Althorpe filming for the Netflix series that he asked Charles Spencer, because for some reason, Meghan didn't like the surname Mountbatten-Windsor. If you remember, in her first lifestyle series.
I knew it had something to do with her.
Of course it does. Jesus, she doesn't like Mountbatten-Windsor. That's the surname of the Queen.
It's beautiful.
And she doesn't like that's the royal family surname, and she didn't like it. Oh, that's a spoiled brat.
Yeah, and nasty. And
I don't.
That was nasty. Like, how you gonna go in there and start changing names and stuff? And now he wants to change his name to Spencer because Meghan doesn't like it. Like, come on, Harry. She has turned you into a frog. You are not even a man anymore. You are a ribbit. Okay?
How can you have the same family surname as the Queen and the King of England and decide you don't want it and you want to become a Spencer?
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
Exactly. Are you trying to say you don't want to be in the royal family anymore? Why do you want our security?
That's the finest surname in history that you can have in the history of the world. And you don't like it and you want to become something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to Raglan. That's it, Mary. Go back to Raglan. Meghan, take Raglan back. Do that. Leave our Mountbatten alone.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Silly cow. Sorry, excuse me.
Mary said Raglan.
That's what she said. Go change it back to Raglan. Go on then.
It's insulting too. It's insulting.
It is.
First of all, you have no stake in the royal family. You're a newbie to this stuff, to the royal family. You're new to it. And you're coming in here talking about you want to change Harry's last name. Come on. You can't tell me she can go up in there and pull Harry out of it. She didn't have to pull him. You walk.
Yeah, get rid of your name. You're not good enough to have bloody Mountbatten-Windsor. Just get rid of it. She's got no class.
None whatsoever. And he act like he can't tell her. He act like he can't tell her, you're being rude, Meghan. No, we're keeping this. First of all, he is so weak. Harry is such a weakling.
Horrified.
Meghan with them forever. She says to Carling that her surname isn't Markle but Sussex.
Mm-hmm.
And she was desperate to get it. She said we never had a proper surname. Of course they did. But so it's now Sussex, although she keeps on being called Meghan Markle.
You
but
know,
I think
I'm
that
Sussex now.
she did go to, and then she.
You know, I'm Sussex now.
Now.
I mean, she gives a lot of attention, pays a lot of attention to detail when it comes to a name, because she wants to be a humanitarian entrepreneur, a CEO, and all this other stuff, these names. And now she wants to change it to Spencer because it's not sexy enough for her. She doesn't like it. It doesn't. Who are you? And then I'm Sussex now. Like,
you know what it is to me? This is what bullies and people like her do. They try and they pick. It's like picking a scab when you cut yourself. I'm trying to hurt someone. So the ultimate way of hurting someone, I don't want your surname anymore. Your surname's not good enough for me. I'm going to change it to Spencer, to something else. It's just another grenade to attack a family with.
Right.
Mountbatten-Windsor is not good enough because you're racist and it's not good enough, so I'm going to change it. And I'm going to go up into the public domain and say, my surname is Spencer, or it's Sussex now. In another way to try and hurt the royal family, that Mountbatten-Windsor isn't good enough for me. I'm too good for Mountbatten-Windsor.
Right.
That's how I see it.
That part right there.
It's just another being rude and infantile, and I'm gonna
good for that.
I'm too good for Mountbatten Windsor because you're a racist family and I don't want anything to do with you, and I'm going to try and change it to Spencer or try and change it to Sussex because I don't want to be associated with a racist royal family.
No, that ain't even it. She wants to be associated. That's for sure. She wants to be a part of that sucker. Because if she's outcast, then she's going to be, oh, I want to be in. No, this is what I see of her. I see her trying to control everything, trying to control Harry. And she does it very well. She's very good at controlling him. And that's what makes him so sad. Like a sad little puppy. There was something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Hello, Dell.
Hi, Dell.
All right, let's.
She wanted to get rid of Mountbatten Windsor because she didn't think it was the right name for her children's school.
For her children's school.
Spencer said very forthrightly to their face, no, under no circumstances. I think Charles Spencer probably doesn't think the marriage will last forever and just didn't want his name to be
no one does.
Meghan if there was a divorce. That's my guess. But I did know that he was absolutely emphatic that she wasn't going to have his name.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll remember another thing about all this as well. But of course, we might come on to this. But in Meghan's mind, she is Diana.
Yes.
I mean, Diana Spencer is Meghan Spencer, and that was all part of her imagination that somehow she could inherit the glow of her dead mother-in-law. So I think that's another reason for Charles.
Absolutely. If she were to separate with Prince Harry, the Diana 2.0 could continue to live thanks to the last name. That would get, that it would still give her that royal sparkle that she needs. I do have that. Let's just jump to that. Meghan believed she was as important to the monarchy as Princess Diana, you write in the book. And her visit to Australia in October 2018 only boosted that view. The more Harry drew parallels with his mother, and the more Meghan must have been convinced of her importance to the monarchy. Do you still think she's that delusional? And maybe the answer is watching her at Kevin Costner's 805 Live event in $300,000 worth of jewelry, including Diana's Cartier watch.
Wherever she is, whether it's at Costner or in Colombia or in Nigeria or wherever, she's always, her publicist will reveal that she's wearing one of Diana's pieces of jewelry. I do think that the Australian trip turned their head in a crazy way, although she behaved appallingly during the trip. Yeah. But in Harry's view, this was his mother all over again. What Meghan never really understood, probably not even now, is that when she was cheered as a working royal, it wasn't because she was Meghan Markle, it was because she represented British royalty and all the values of the Queen and all the tradition and 1,000 years of history. So people were cheering not just the person, but also the institution. I mean, clearly, she was very attractive and she did, magnify and was magnetic for her own, in her own right. But the idea that she was Diana was always a fantasy, both of herself and of Harry. And Harry completely misunderstood his mother, who he obviously barely knew, and didn't realize what a manipulative and determined woman she was herself. So he completely misjudged the comparison between Meghan and his mother. And his mother had amazing status. She looked beautiful. She had terrific poise. She worked very hard at being a royal. She was very empathetic with a lot of sick people. None of the things that Meghan would ever dream of doing. I mean, Meghan would never go and spend day after day in hospices and hospitals and with the poor. She only wanted to go and party with Elton John in the south of France. So the comparison between the two was ridiculous, both in looks and in poise and in background and everything else, plus the work ethic of Diana.
I think it was over a year ago, I reported that I had heard that Prince Harry was trying to work on a Princess Diana documentary, and now it's being reported by other people. Prince Harry developing a Princess Diana documentary. You just said what I keep saying. He didn't know this woman. Like, I mean, I don't mean to be cruel, but he's off at school. I feel like she's become this martyr saint character in his head. Is he really the authority when it comes, especially when it comes to the death of his mother, where he, and I'm not saying I should make a Diana documentary. I just wonder how accurate a documentary on his mother would be from, by him, surrounded by all of these yes people.
It would be totally inaccurate. I mean, from his own book where he says for a long time he thought his mother had just disappeared and now believes she'd been murdered by the paparazzi, which is ridiculous. She died because she was in a speeding car with a drunken driver, not wearing a safety belt. But also, he doesn't realize that she wasn't murdered by the media. She played with the media. Diana was a huge influencer, a huge manipulator of the media. She collaborated firstly with Morton in his book, and then she collaborated in a Panorama interview. She repeatedly see chosen journalists and feed them information. So the idea that his mother was a victim of the media, she was a master of the media and a master of media manipulation. So he'd get it completely wrong. And of course, the one thing which I do sympathize with him is that his mother clearly was completely misjudged and to become Charles's wife. And that was a catastrophe. And in that sense, his father, for good or evil, didn't treat his mother very well. And it all became very, very sad. But I don't think I think, however, that if he did a program about his mother, that would be for money.
Yes. And
I think it would be a shocking act of further disloyalty, not least to his father. And he can't play both ways. Does he want to come back or not? If he wants to come back, which I think will be a problem for him.
I think he wants to come back.
His mother.
Wants to come back.
I think it would infuriate his brother, like you said. In Revenge, you talk about.
Do you think he had that conversation with Meghan and said, Meghan, we've tried it your way. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go back to the UK.
Yes, many times.
Wow.
And now, like Tom Bauer said, they've got no money. The well is dry. There's no future. They may not have a choice. They may have to come back. Meghan's gone into complete panic. She's in complete panic. She's running around Paris, New York, Washington.
Wow.
Speeches, trying to be on the front cover of everything, and nothing's sticking. They ruined it all.
They really did. And so you think Harry might be wanting to come back, but the problem is Meghan doesn't want to come back. She says, we're not leaving. But
I think if it comes, sorry, you carry on.
No.
I think if it comes to it and they're flat broke and they've got people coming after them for money, they're going to lose the house, and they've got people coming after them for money, they've got massive debts. Their debts have been talked about for many, many years, millions and millions of pounds worth of debts. Every single charity is in trouble. You know, Archwell, they're saying, has got financial issues, and you know they've been what's it called? Money laundering through it, allegedly. And if the police come after them and the creditors come after them and they owe this money, Harry's going to run back to the UK. He won't give a shit about Meghan. Sorry, excuse my language. I swore then.
You okay?
He won't care about Meghan. He'll probably grab the kids and he'll bring the kids back, but he won't care about Meghan if it gets that bad.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do.
Take, yes. All right.
How Meghan's lack of knowledge about British history meant she could not understand that Diana had won the public's affection after years of work. That was a real investment. People felt committed to the journey because they had spent so much time watching Diana really grow up. I think that pairs nicely with what we're talking about with Prince Harry. It's just that lack of understanding. She just thought she could burst in and say, look at me, I'm here now. Everybody accept and love me. And she didn't really take time to get to know the process.
I think there was that, but I've got to tell you, my research for my new book, the number of times she was warned before she married what the nature of being Harry's wife and part of the royal family would be, and the nature of how she ignored all that advice. Two reasons. One is she really did believe she could do what she wanted. And secondly, I don't believe she ever intended to stay. Mm-hmm. She always intended to take the title, he's
hitting it right on the nose.
Especially after she saw.
She was never intending to stay. This was always her plan, was to leave. Mm-hmm. She wasn't trying to learn what to do or be submissive and, go along with the go along. No. Mm-hmm. She was never going to do that.
And this, I think, is a critical thing in her life, that it was William and
Harry's 2 weeks
who were going to be the stars, and not Harry and Meghan. And she didn't want to play second fiddle.
That is so true. Well, you mentioned that when you talk about this incredible Australia trip for Harry and Meghan, that's when they decided they wanted to step out of William and Catherine's shadow. They were much bigger. They didn't need all this. As of mid to late 2025, Harry and Meghan's popularity in Australia is at an all-time low. Polling indicates that they're among the least popular members of the royal family, and public perception has declined significantly since that 2018 royal tour. They haven't been back since. Why wouldn't you nurture that popularity? It's nothing they do makes sense to me. If they really did think that this Australia trip was the end-all be-all that changed everything, why wouldn't you try to nurture a fan base, because they're celebrities now, in Australia?
Well, I think there are 2 points there. Firstly, the Australian government would have to invite them. And secondly, they won't invite them because the British government and the British royal family will make absolutely sure that no invitation was forthcoming. It's the one thing they don't want. Them trading into the Commonwealth. The Nigerian trip was bad enough. But the British government made sure there were restrictions on what they could do. And I don't think the Australian government would want to invite them. And I think the other side of their travels is they only travel where it's free.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'd want to spend the money of going to Australia at the cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what for what? What are they selling? That's the point, you see. When they did their other foreign trips, Meghan was selling her cereals and selling her commercial things, jams or whatever, the image, the brand. That's all taken a huge hit now. She is facing a crisis. What does she now do? She's fired her bigger shots, the best shots, and they're duds. And Harry has nothing to sell either. In fact, he hates selling. He just wants to be a charity worker, which is pretty limited too. So I think they've got a real identity crisis, which will be resolved in the next few months, one way or another. And I don't think it can be to the good. But the point about it is, you see, they're notorious. So just watching them is great sport, because they're going to turn up at Kevin Costner's beach party.
It's a sport.
He just wants to see what efforts they're making to be famous and loved. And we just enjoy the spectacle
of
these two, who will have spent hours and hours preparing themselves. I mean, Meghan spends hours successfully
getting
making herself
ready,
look beautiful and choosing her clothes and all the rest of it. For what? It's for us to talk about them, and we talk about them because we're all desperate to see how the story ends.
Yes.
And there's a long way to go.
Yeah.
We are.
It is a morbid curiosity. I mean, when people ask me about it, I just say I can't stop. It's like I'm so fascinated by some of these poor decisions. And you're right about Australia. I should have thought about that, but to me, it was just such a missed opportunity.
I am fascinated by it as well. Fascinated by the fact
we all are. We all are, yeah. That's we all come on it every day talking about them.
Right. For no reason.
Exactly.
If that's where they really felt loved. Meghan doesn't even send product over to us. She can't even send product over to Australia. So, nothing that they do business-wise makes a lot of sense to me. I'm curious about your new research. In Revenge, you analyze the discrepancies between their public personas and the Sussexes, their private behavior, suggesting that their claims of victimhood and even charity work were often exaggerated and fabricated. There's been no real improvement to their credibility since you wrote this piece. Have you found other examples of them exaggerating their victimhood or their charity work?
All the time.
I mean, you've got to understand, which now is clear, that Archwell, their company, is not a charity. It's a commercial organization. They give very little money away for charity because they haven't got much money in the pot. And compared, for example,
so it's not a charity. He's
no.
else.
It's a business. It's their business, basically, masquerading as a charity. And he's saying that they've got no money.
Okay, and she's not giving out any, and the reason being because she doesn't have it.
Yeah, no one's giving them any.
No one's giving any. They did it the first 2 years they gave, and then that was it. No one's pouring into Archwell.
Bezos, who gives away hundreds of millions, they give away a few thousand. I mean, it's very small and diminishing. And that is part of their problem. So the victimhood, I think, by now has been pretty played out. I mean, no one is going to listen anymore to them bleating about being racist and being victims of.
They can't use the victimhood that it was all the royals' fault that they had to run over here to the United States because, they were mistreated. That story has had it. No one's looking at them as victims. They put themselves in this situation.
Well, they're still trying to flog that victimhood. He sat on the BBC going, "My dad's going to kill. Someone's going to kill me. My dad's trying to kill me." And she's sitting there going, "I haven't spoken. I've not been allowed to speak for 5 years." And whatever the rubbish. Right. I wish people would tell the truth. I just wish they're still doing it.
Right.
No one's interested. No one's interested. We've heard it all. We're all over it now. No one cares. But they'll still carry on.
Mm-hmm. Just
They'll
like she
still do
said
it.
in a interview, she was like, well, you know, now that everything is better, you know, she didn't say that, but she was hinting that now that she's in America, everything is a lot better because she was going through something when she was in the UK. That's her narrative. And they're still doing it, but we don't have an appetite for it. We call it out when we see it.
Yeah. It's all been proven to be lies over and over again. And there was nothing there. Whatever they tried to convince the world this terrible thing had happened, it had been proven too many times that it just didn't happen. And no one cares anymore. But they're still trying. They're still trying.
Do you remember when they hired that fact checker? Checker. Yeah. What? Not just that doesn't even make sense. Why do you need to hire someone to check you on your lies?
Because it's just performative. It's just, see, look, everyone's saying that we're lies, so we're going to get it was Boozy, wasn't it? To fact check what we're saying. And it was just made up. That was old Boozy, and they brought Boozy in. And he lied as well. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's all still performative.
Yes. It is performance. She's acting in her own performance.
Take that up. I think now they're at the threshold. We're speaking at a very critical time for them, that they actually have to prove what the next stage is.
What is the next
and does she write a book? Does he do something foolish like a documentary about his mother? What do they do to retain the initiative? I mean, there's only so many times that she can produce photographs of her children without their faces, or especially when the Trump was in London last week, she posted a picture of herself picking flowers. I mean, she always seeks an opportunity when there's news about her enemies to post something, and it's just very amusing how desperately she is for retaliation, for saying, don't forget me, to say, you know, it was a nightmare if I'm not mentioned. I can't survive without being seen. And that's her great problem. I mean, she's not invited to the great A-list parties, let alone the B-list parties.
Yeah.
I mean, who is she anymore? And that must worry her and worry Harry too, although it must be said that when he was in London last week, I mean, you know, he does have a way with children. There is a residue of goodwill towards him when he does his charity acts. But, you know, he had to give away $2 million to charities to get some sort of credibility. $2 million, which I don't think he's got much left for that year's savings. So, you know, they're trying terribly hard. And it's just fascinating to see at what stage they're going to fall.
It is. It does reek of desperation sometimes. Hi, all. I want to share a brand that I love, Peak. Peak has taken a modern science-based approach to wellness, creating tea crystals and superfood blends made with exceptionally clean ingredients. Conversations clashed with her values and taking issues with jokes about sexism and feminism. I mean, the kind of jokes you'd hear from a bunch of boys that have known each other since they were younger. Harry's friends reportedly felt that she repeatedly reprimanded them and called her a real dampener of the party, to which I would say to you, and this is the woman trying to teach us how to entertain on Netflix, this buzzkill. What else did Prince Harry's friends say? That she just was the fun police?
Well, I mean, this particular saga at Sandringham, which obviously was told by someone who was there, was a decisive moment. I mean, it's the moment where effectively she says to Harry that you've got to dump all your friends. And none of those people at his shooting weekend were then invited to the dinner after the wedding. I mean, that was the crunch.
That's when he should have said, I'm done with you. When she gave him that ultimatum and said, get rid of all your friends. No, get rid of you. I need to get rid of you. You're the problem. You're separating me from my lifelines and my friendships, my relationships, the things that I have done before you got here. And you are supposed to, go ahead.
Well, to any normal, stable person, yes, that would have been a massive red flag. And you would have addressed it and said, no, these are my friends. And if you don't like it, what's the issue? Why don't you like it? But you don't kick your friends and your family to the curb.
No.
Because your wife tells you. You either an idiot. Well, he is an idiot.
Yes.
But no, that was the first red flag, and he should have dealt with it then and there.
Yes.
One way or another, kicked her out, or dealt with it, or kicked her out.
For some reason, I think in the beginning, and I could be wrong, that Harry had control, or did he never have control? Sometimes, some days, I think he had a little bit of control in the beginning and was telling her to get somewhere and sit down. And then
she wore him down.
That she was always, dominating him.
Yeah. Do you remember when they were on the balcony, he told her to turn around?
Yes, that's my favorite.
He had, in the early days, he was trying to get her under control.
Right.
But once people like her, they grind you down slowly. Yes. They grind you down. Mm-hmm. And as soon as she got him in California, he'd lost everything. He'd lost his friends, his family, his country. He just gave up. That's it.
He wasn't strong enough. He wasn't strong enough. He wasn't strong enough to combat this evil. He wasn't strong enough to stand up to it. Now he's living with it.
Don't forget, he's got his own admission. He's got drug and alcohol addictions. That's his own admission, and mental health problems. So he was a very broken and damaged man when she got him, and she made him worse.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought he had it going on. So we thought, like just looking in from the outside, Harry had it going on. He was a bachelor. He had it going on, and do. And she brings out another side to him that is not becoming, because that BBC interview was horrible.
Yeah,
he never had control. Look at the engagement interview. Yeah, I agree. I think he made. I'm sometimes I think, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I think. It just depends. Or his head was so full of her bull that he believed in California they had the royal court to rival William.
See, that's the side I agree with. The other one, this is the side I agree. She filled his head full of nonsense. Once it all gone wrong. I think my personal thing is, she played him. He's a very damaged. He's got massive drug and alcohol issues. He's a very damaged man. He's got stuck at 11. And once she started to pull him away from his friends and family, when they didn't fight for him, he took it personally and decided to attack his family. Wow. But the problem is, they can't fight for you if you're fighting. His family can't fight for him if he's fighting against them. Do you know what I mean?
It's opposition. I can't help you because you're not helping me help you.
Exactly.
You're making it hard for me to help you.
Yeah.
That she separated him from his hinterland, and of course he does suffer now enormously by not having a large number of the friends he had in London. In fact, his friends in England are despair and they're furious with his behaviour, and many of them won't speak to him. But that weekend, it was a decisive moment.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if Harry could step back and look at the situation and reevaluate it and assess it and change it? No, that would have been.
I think one day, like Tom Bauer was saying, this is not going to end well. And I hope it doesn't end so badly, like, there is tragedy. And I hope that somehow Prince Harry can get somewhere safe and get the help that he needs with all of his issues. And I hope one day he is able to look back and reflect at what he's done wrong and fix it. He's going to need a lot of help.
Yeah.
Like drug and alcohol and psychiatric help. And I hope one day he is able to turn around and see what he's done wrong and try and make it right. Because I do believe you can always make it right. Sometimes people may not accept your apology, but an apology is always welcome.
It is. It does something to you. it helps you heal
Yeah,
from the pain. I really do believe that. Yes. Okay, we're gonna cut this off at in 5 minutes, and we will keep Tom Bauer up, okay? Because I want to finish it. This is some good content. And he's explaining his book too, right, Demon Dictator?
Yeah. Anything with Tom Bauer in it is always going to be good. But yeah, you can play this again the next time if you want to put something else.
Yeah, no. I'm not starting anything new. I'm saying this is just halfway through.
Yeah.
And we probably won't finish it all, and then we'll just pick back up.
Okay.
Yes, we'll just pick back up tomorrow from here because he's got a lot to say, and it's interesting. Here, let's see what else he's saying.
What she couldn't understand that Harry's class of people on Friday afternoon, Friday evening, it was when they oil their guns to get ready to go off and have a good shoot on the Saturday, either partridges or pheasants or whatever. And these are big occasions, especially on the royal estates. And it's like when she said to Harry, you can't shoot anymore. And of course, shooting isn't just getting the birds, it's all part of the social fabric of country life in Britain. And what it showed was that she wasn't going to make any concessions to the class and the sort of people which she was going to marry into.
It's amazing how she can be so judgmental towards them. And I mean this with the royal family too, but take everything she needs to help elevate herself. Like if you can't stand these people or the idea of class, then why are you titled the Duchess of Sussex on a Disney infomercial on Hulu? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, absolutely, that is
Here, I got one better for you. Why is she telling on her As Ever video that she's Sussex now? I'm Sussex now, but they're racist. That doesn't add up, Demon Dictator, that they're racist and you're proud of taking the last name.
Because in my opinion, and I know I touched on this again just the other day, Meghan is an empty vessel, and if you look into her past, whether you believe the yachting days or whatever, she's a very unaccomplished and more or less a failure in life. And I'm sorry to say that because that is a horrible thing to say.
It is, but it's true.
She failed at things. And the Duchess of Sussex title is her showing the world that she's not a failure. That I am nobility and I'm a member of the royal family and I am better than you and I'm better than all of you. And
I'm better than the royal family too. I'm
will
better
bow
than
down to me. You will call me the Duchess of Sussex, and you will the Royal Highness. You will all call me the Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, and you will curtsy to me, and you will treat me like the Queen that I am. It's got nothing to do with the royal family. I don't want anything to do with the royal family because they're racist, but I want that Duchess title because finally she can tell the world, I am the Queen. I am worthy, and I'm better than all of you, and you bow down to me. That's what I think. It's all psychological. Because underneath, she's an empty vessel, a narcissist who probably hates herself.
Very
there you
empty.
go.
Very, very empty.
Hypocrisy and her narcissism and her commercialization and frankly her appalling behavior. That she never intended to stay in Britain but just took the title, and in the end what I really hold against her, she betrayed all those people who tried very hard from the best of intentions from the Queen downwards to make her feel welcome and to believe that she would integrate herself into the royal family, into Britain. What she couldn't understand was the language. She couldn't understand what being royal means. She didn't understand the nature of trust. And that's the thing about Meghan.
She knew what it
She's
meant
a very, very
royal. She just didn't want to do it to Bauer.
In her relationship
But trust, you can't trust her. She's not trustworthy.
with her own family is one side, but the other
does
is
one thing and
that
does
all
another.
the inaccuracies which she told Oprah Winfrey, which of course caused huge damage to Britain's reputation around the world and still do, and continued in all her interviews to promote herself. I mean, even in her podcast with Lima, she said there was the cosmetics woman. She said, it was like huge damage to Britain's reputation. And that's the thing about Meghan. she's a very, very deceitful person. It's got to be said in her relationships with her own family is one side, but the other is that all the inaccuracies which she told Oprah Winfrey, which of course caused huge damage.
She's very deceitful. She lied and told the Queen that she was going to be a helper to Harry. You know, be his wife, be his second hand. But the only thing she was looking at, what was going to be best for me. What do I want? Not what's going to be best for the entire family.
No. Exactly. She's a liar and manipulative and just thoroughly horrible person.
The Spencer side contribute their share of mental issues to Harry, says.
Yeah, they're not a well family, that's true.
Says Debbie. Okay.
Britain's reputation around the world, and still do, and continued in all her interviews to promote herself. I mean, even in her podcast with Lima, she said there was the cosmetic line. She said, it was life with the royal family was battle of the trenches. I mean, the thing about Meghan is, which is very important to understand, I think, that when she set off to create her own brand and image in the whole Netflix series, of lifestyle series, she was told she had to give up being the wicked witch in terms of the royal family. She should put that all behind her and not mention them, because people want to see her, not all the time complaining. And she couldn't resist, because in the end, one of Meghan's many deficiencies is she has nothing to say.
She doesn't.
No originality.
She doesn't.
She rehearses lines.
Oh, Tom Bauer, you know what? He gets it every time. She has nothing to say. And when we've been watching her interviews, we have been watching a lot of interviews, and all her interviews are the same. There's nothing new. She talks about she puts herself on a pedestal in every interview. She's not relatable. And it's weird.
And she tells the same story over and over again, but she might edit it. She edits to whatever she's trying to sell at that time.
Right.
She creates new stories that don't exist and edits this one over here, and ultimately, because there's nothing behind it, she's just not intelligent. She's barely speaks a sentence, can barely hold a sentence together. I can't right now either, but yeah, she's just not. Yeah, she doesn't bring anything.
No, it's the same story. And like you said, all she does is go in there and tweak a little bit. And then when she does a new interview, she's just rehashing the same thing, but saying it a little differently. No, she talks about that soap commercial every day. She talks about the TIG. She talks about just some things she ingrains in you that you're never going to forget, because she reminds you. Mr. Bauer, please, your second revenge book, you have Sitting on Pins and Needles. And what she does have to say is decades out of date, Debbie.
I agree, Debbie. She's got stuck in the 80s and 90s.
That was a good one, Debbie. Mary says she's boring but entertaining. A hot mess. Exactly. She is entertaining.
It is true. It is.
It is entertaining because you know she's going to do something stupid.
This is quotations from poems, but actually, she is not a fundamentally interesting person. And the interest is how someone of that nature can become a global celebrity. And of course, the only reason is because she married into the most famous royal family in the world and jumped it.
Yeah.
And never stopped speaking about it. And that has been an amazing draw for her. She's made a huge amount of money, causing the misery to people who only had goodwill for her.
And gave her that platform. Yeah, so many people.
She spent so much money causing ill will to the people who wanted the best for her. Absolutely.
Yes, exactly. And she treated them like crap. She used them. She's
used and abused them and threw him away.
a big user. So,
well, karma's coming now. Karma's coming, knocking now.
Time, you said?
I said karma's coming, knocking.
It's happening. It's doing like a slow drip, isn't it? It's doing like a drip. Because things are just knocking off. Spotify, Netflix, Lemonado, you know, all of these adventures and all of these rebranding herself has not been successful, and karma has been doing a drip with her.
Yeah.
Because you went on the Oprah show and showed your butt. You can't, it's just weird that she thought that she was going to get away with it. Like, and we were going to believe it. And then be like, poor Meghan, let's hate on the royals. Because that's what she wanted. She wanted us to go after the royal family, which is evil within itself.
Yeah.
Because why not just come over here to the United States, interview with Oprah, you know, without all the, they did this to me, they did that, and this is why I left. The other reason, she's strategic. She does things for multiple reasons. And she didn't want to feel like a failure. So she blamed it on the royal family and said, and the media, that it was their fault that she had to leave. Instead of taking responsibility and saying, I couldn't cut it.
Well, that's the only way they've made. That's the only way they've made money for the last 5 years, was blaming the royal family. But it turned out that people just see through her, saw through it all, and that's why karma's coming to them. And Sunflower, I don't know if you missed it, but early on in the interview, Tom Bauer was saying, you know, the best is yet to come. They're failing, and there's more to come. So yeah, time is running out for them big time.
Yes. I believe that the stuff is going to hit the fan.
Yeah, and she's panicking. She's running all over the place.
Yes.
Trying to get New York, Washington, Paris. She's panicking. Someone love me. Somebody love me.
Yes. Look at me. Look at me and love me.
Love me. Someone take care of me.
Take pictures of me, and I want to be famous like Diana. I'm a great person. I'm wonderful. You know, why wouldn't you love a humanitarian?
Yeah.
And
the banks are knocking. You got debts. You need to pay them quick. The bailiffs are coming. The creditors are coming.
Yeah, they're coming. And I think when she was in Paris and when she filmed that bridge, I think she was trying to get another moment like the twerking video. She's looking for the next video. She needs that next Instagram post.
Yeah.
To get attention.
Yeah. I still believe what I said yesterday. It was a message. She said that was a message to someone. Harry and the royal family. I think it was a message.
I do too. I do too. I do too. That too. Hello, Tropical Live. Oh, you're waking up. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome to the live. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for stopping by, lovely. I appreciate the support. Well, this was a wonderful live.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah, I think the caffeine was working on me today.
It was. You was bouncing up and down. You were bouncing up and down.
I realized that the caffeine had kicked in when my tongue had got tongue-tied. I was like, talking too fast.
I do that when I have too much caffeine. I start talking really, really fast. It's funny though. It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny. Was I funny?
You were funny. It's funny.
It is. And I, of course, I always get an extra shot of espresso. So my coffee it ain't.
You're gonna crash later on. You might have a little crash.
Now I'm like, okay, what's next? What's next? I need to clean this house. That's what I need to do. Get up and do some cleaning. Yeah, I probably
You'll be able to do it really fast if you got that scale of caffeine.
Exactly. I wonder, she's looking for something. She's looking for that next deal. She's looking for that next moment, isn't she?
She is. She's messed up again. And it's like, quick, on to the next thing. Quick, panic. She's in panic stations. I'm trying to find something. But she's ruined it all. She's ruined all her chances. She had too many chances and she ruined every single one. And that's it. The well is empty. The pot is run dry. There's nothing else.
And for some reason, I think that there are some smaller companies that reached out to her and wanted to work with her, but she thought she was too good for them and said, hell no. I just think that. And now she's calling them up saying, you still got that job? And they're like, no.
No, we got somebody else. We got Hailey Bieber and we got somebody else.
Yeah, she didn't got older. And
everyone hates her. She can't sell anything.
She can't sell anything. She can't. Nope. And the stuff that she is selling is not worth the money. It's not worth that orange marmalade. I'm throwing that away. It's still in the refrigerator looking at me.
I've probably got things living in it now. Probably.
Okay. They eating on it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Funny dude.
That's a good show.
That was a good show. I really enjoyed that. I hope we have more of those.
Of course we will. Prince William was lovely. Prince William is lovely.
I want to, I am going to do it from now on. I'm going to be incorporating them in the beginning every time we do it. So we are going to see a lot more of William and Catherine.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it because I love them They're my favorite couple. They are one of my favorite couples, of course.
They are. They're so sweet and lovely.
Yes. Tropical Life says, I drink coffee before going to sleep. It's not a stimulant for me. I just love the flavor. About to make a cup. I'm not a coffee drinker at all. Like, my husband makes coffee all the time. But I won't go in the kitchen and make a cup of coffee. No, we go to, I like the Starbucks coffee. It just tastes better. But, yeah, it's just getting expensive.
It is expensive.
All right, guys. Love William. Well, thank you, Snow. Thank you, Demon Dictator, for always being wonderful and sweet and nice and kind and helping me out with my lives. I really
welcome.
It.
Welcome, everyone. Okay, I'm going to go and get some dinner.
What's
my dinner on? I don't know. I went shopping today, so I've got loads of bits. So I'll just see.
Okay, I need to look what the Silly Twins was saying. I need a drop off. Store run, yes. So I'll be ordering some stuff.
Okay.
Hi, Payne. Didn't see you there. Thank you, Tropical Life, for rewatching the live. It was a good one. William's in the beginning, and then, Meghan and Harry's at the end. So, I like that.
Okay. Right. See you all, everybody. Have a good day, evening, whatever time it is. And I'll catch you soon. See you later.
Bye-bye, Demon Dictator. Okay, guys, this was wonderful. What are you guys going to do for the rest of the day? Or what? Is it nighttime there? Well, I want to thank you guys for joining my live. I really appreciate you guys so much. This was so fun. And see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.